I let him get his kids when he wants to. I let his family get the kids when they want to until it comes to this. He
Okay.
literally went to my daughter's school and interrogated her, and the school act thought that he worked with CPS. So I had an issue with the principal about it, and they put a no trespassing on me because I went up to the school because he pretended that he worked with CPS.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you say that he has nothing in this matter that gives him any rights, but the court does note that there was an order for custody and parenting time back on March 22nd or 21st, 2022. So how are you saying that there's no paperwork?
Welcome back to Family Court Drama. Today's episode features an intense custody battle. The father has filed an emergency ex parte custody order seeking full custody of his 3 kids. He claims the mother has violated the parenting schedule, blocked his access to the children by taking one child's phone, and alleges the kids want to live with him. On the other side, the mother accuses the father of manipulating their daughter into feeling unsafe in her care. She also claims he's been threatening and harassing her, despite her allowing visitation. In a shocking twist, she alleges the father impersonated a CPS worker to question their daughter at school behind her back. Let's see how the judge decides in this case.
The defendant's emergency motion for an ex parte custody order in this matter, ma'am, you've alleged a number of things as far as some pending parental kidnapping charges, et cetera, but you've not alleged what happened as a result of those charges. Have the charges concluded in any way?
I haven't heard anything, no.
Okay. Go ahead with your motion. Anything else?
This wasn't my motion, this was his motion.
Okay. I did say it was defendant's motion. I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's okay.
Miss, Mr. Miller, go ahead with your motion.
Hey, Your Honor, my name is Avery Miller Graham. I am the father of Alea, Amira, and Akira Miller Graham, the minor children involved in this matter. I'm appearing before the court today in ex parte proceeding to seek immediate relief due to Miranda Finley violating the current parenting time order and engaging in abusive conduct towards our middle child, Amira Miller Graham. I respectfully request that the court issue temporary relief to protect the minor children's safety and to enforce my parenting time rights. The court has jurisdiction over this matter pursuant to MCL 722.27, which governs custody and parenting time in Michigan, and the venue is proper as Calhoun County is where the minor children reside. The parties were previously ordered to follow a parenting time schedule established by the court. However, Miranda has violated this order repeatedly by withholding my parenting time, thinking she is above the court, picking and choosing when I can see my children, and not allowing me to see my children on my weekends or any weekend at all. In addition to violation of the parenting time order, I have serious concerns regarding the safety and well-being of my daughters. Miranda Finley has engaged in abusive conduct towards Amira Miller Graham, including choking, fighting, bullying, taking verbal abuse, taking minor child's phone so she can't call for help. As a result of this abuse, my children do not wish to continue to live with Miranda Finley, are constantly depressed, scared, out of fear of Miss Finley. There's also an ongoing CPS case with Miranda. She hasn't been taking the youngest child, Akira Miller Graham, to school because Miranda was banned from Akira's school due to hysterical, vicious behavior on 4 separate occasions. I request for temporary relief from the court on an emergency basis in order to prevent further harm to the minor children and to enforce parenting time rights. An order requiring Miranda Finley to immediately comply with the parenting time schedule as set forth by the court, temporary custody of the minor child, or at a minimum supervised parenting time until further proceedings can be scheduled. An order directing Miranda Finley to immediately return the minor child's phone, as it is a reasonable expectation for the child to have access to communication with both parents. A temporary protection order to ensure the safety of the minor child if necessary, and order directing Child Protective Services to immediately investigate these allegations of abuse and file a report with the court.
Okay, anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, I will tell you, if CPS does, if there's a basis, they will investigate and then they will file a report at the conclusion, basically, of 30 days. So that's if they find that there's any basis for that. So I don't need to order them to do something that they're required to do in any event. What happens is the court will enforce the orders of the court. So if, again, if you're not getting parenting time, then the court will enforce that, and that parenting time will be ordered. If a party doesn't comply, they risk going to jail if they don't comply with parenting time. Ma'am, anything else you'd like to say before we conclude?
Yes, sir. So, Avery Miller has brainwashed my 14-year-old into believing that she's not safe. Her phone got took due to her failing grades, not because of her safety. I had recently moved back to Calhoun County, and my kids were going to Lakeview School, but I pulled them out of Lakeview School due to Avery going up there with CPS and acting like he was CPS and interrogating my 10-year-old daughter without my permission regarding that he has no parenting time, he's not on the birth certificate, and he's not on any paperwork. So I'm in the process of transferring their schools due to the safety of their concern, my concern for my kids, because he wasn't even supposed to know where my kids went to school at, because since he literally did this as soon as I moved back down here. He has not tried to get my kids since we went to court. He was able to talk to my girls on their own phones whenever he wanted to. He's been riding past my grandma's house harassing me. I just got this court order, so I haven't been able to go down to the courts to file a protection order against him, because I have text messages and everything that I need to send to the court of him threatening me, him calling, like, it's always this. He's always threatening me. He's harassing me. I let him get his kids when he wants to. I let his family get the kids when they want to, until it comes to this. He literally went to my daughter's school and interrogated her, and the school thought that he worked with CPS. So I had an issue with the principal about it, and they put a no trespassing on me because I went up to the school because he pretended that he worked with CPS.
Okay, well, ma'am, you say that he has nothing in this matter that gives him any rights, but the court does note that there was an order for custody and parenting time back on March 22nd or 21st, 2022. So how are you saying that there's no paperwork?
His parenting time was taken because of that.
Taken?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Go ahead, sir.
I never posed as a CPS worker. I had to meet the CPS worker, Nikki Booker, that was on the case. I had to meet her at the school because of several failed attempts to meet with Miranda to interrogate, as she calls it, the kids, the minor children. She was dodging Nikki Booker, so I said that I would meet her at the school. Nikki showed them her credentials and everything. I can't pose as a CPS worker and not show them any credentials, and they let me talk to a minor child.
Okay.
And she's right as far as that goes. Like, I'm not able to get any records from the school because the records would indicate that Akira has only been in school maybe 2 weeks, and the school year started months ago.
Because she was going to Lansing School before we moved down here.
Okay. Let me see.
Can I say something else as well before you're done?
Just a minute, ma'am.
I don't understand why we got to keep going through this and our kids.
Ma'am, just a minute. Okay, I wanted to get back to the order, so I'm pulling the order up. Okay, this is the order that was dated March 21, 2022. it did provide for a suspension of parenting time pending those parental kidnapping charges. And you're saying they haven't been resolved at this point?
No.
Your Honor, they have been resolved. They lessened the charge because it was never me just like taking or kidnapping the kids. It was me not sending them back to the mom on as the court order stated. I was supposed to send them back, and I never sent them back. So that was violating the court order, and it started out a parental kidnapping, but they lessened the charge, and I ended up getting probation and did probation for it.
Okay. Well,
in Kalamazoo County.
What you're going to have to do, sir, is that order is still in place until it's changed. So as it relates to parenting time, you're going to have to file a motion for parenting time in this matter, and you're going to have to set forth the basis for doing it. And then the court will entertain it at that point. But this is a different motion. You're seeking a motion for ex parte custody. Custody is different than parenting time. Anything else, ma'am, before we conclude?
Yes, two things. The CPS case was closed due to no findings, and I wasn't dodging the CPS worker. I got in touch with her, and I also have text messages proving that I was trying to get in touch with her several times, and she canceled on me several times.
Okay. Well, what the court notes in this matter is that the defendant does file the motion in very conclusory terms. There's no allegations of fact on which the court can determine if there is in fact probable cause or change in circumstances sufficient to modify custody, and the request is for modification of custody, and as a result there's no basis for the court to do that. So I'm going to deny the motion at this time. Ma'am, you're going to have to prepare an order denying the motion, and otherwise, sir, if you wish to have parenting time, you'll have to file a motion for that and set forth facts on which the court should base the finding. So court will conclude this matter. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on this case. The judge denied the father's emergency custody order, stating he failed to provide sufficient evidence to justify modifying the existing custody arrangement. The court advised that if the father wishes to pursue parenting time, he must file a formal motion and present compelling reasons to support his request. What are your thoughts on this outcome? Do you think the judge made the right call? Share your opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more family court drama.